All right. Welcome back to Off Script with Henry Hearn. So yeah, you can see already I've gone completely against my word. In the last video you will have seen was this one on my YouTube channel, which is a highly edited video, which I promised wouldn't be the case, but I thought it would make sense to upload this first to give context to the video I'm creating today, which again is completely off script. The last ones are about cold email. This one today, I'm going to be diving into more stuff about, it's not necessarily specific to productized services, but it's the process I go through to find profitable niches in 5 minutes. 5 minutes might be a bit quick. It might take me 5 minutes, might take you a bit longer if you don't know the process. But anywho, again, this will probably be a very, very long one, but I'm going to dive straight into it. So you might be asking, what the hell is Zero Hope Marketing? What is this webpage? And I'm not going to go into it too much. I've taken this book offline for now, so please don't think I'm trying to sell you this book. It's just useful information. If you would like a copy of the book, just message me, I'll send it over. No worries. But yeah, again, we're going to be talking about how to go about kind of doing competitor research and finding profitable businesses in any niche. This business is one of my, it's the only info product I run. I don't even run it anymore. That's why it's offline. But it's specifically about how I grew a productized service to $1.7 million in annual recurring revenue. It's actually much more than that now. That business, if you are interested, I can just show you, no big deal, is this one. So yeah, this is SmartComms and it's a social media management service, $99 a month. We've grown that over 8 years to thousands of active customers, pretty automated, and a great little business. Wouldn't go this route if I was starting again, to be honest. It's very hard to gain momentum at this price point, especially with the landscape of advertising. But anyway, we're going off script yet again. What I want to talk about today again is how I find profitable niches in 5 minutes and how you can too, and how you can stop guessing, stop hoping. This is what this book is all about. And just find your base, find profitable industries and use that to go off and do your marketing. So yeah, the reason why I'm pulling up this book is because it's a chapter of this book is what I want to talk about. So selecting your winning service. So there's loads in here. Again, if you do want this, depending on how many people see this video, which is probably not many at this point, I'll just fire it to you, no big deal. Again, not trying to sell you this book at all. It's offline. So if you do go to this webpage, I think this is offline. I think we took it offline. I'm not really focused on that at the moment. But anywho, selecting your winning service is what we want to talk about. So I'm not going to read through the entire book with you, obviously, but I'm going to go through the main chapters here. So the importance of selecting the right service, or any business, doesn't have to be a productized service like me, is that instead of going out and guessing, a lot of guys do AI in this industry. A lot of guys and girls do AI startups at the moment, GPT wrappers, SaaS businesses. They go out there and they're guessing. Whereas in my opinion, you should not use hope in your marketing, and instead first look for profitable industries which you can go into, disrupt, offer a better service, offer a better product, or whatever you're going after, and scale up from there. So it saves you a lot of time instead of going in there and building out a fancy website, paying a load of staff, buying stock first, which can be an entire waste of money if you don't have proof of concept. Instead of doing that, what this whole concept is about is you find proof first, and you're not hoping, and there's no trial and error. So anyway, that's it. Avoiding hope and guesswork when choosing a service. That was number 1 in my notes. Number 2, so how do we actually go about choosing your productized service, or your SaaS, or your service business, or your e-commerce store, whatever it might be. So let's dive into that. So again, without going into too much depth on this book here, again, not going to scroll through, I'm going to try and not scroll through the whole thing, but it's pretty much got everything in there. But the first thing really I like to look for is, if you can, and if you are going after a service-based business, this is just generic information before we get into the details here, but I would go after something with monthly recurring revenue. So you can do that with physical products, e-commerce, better with services, of course. But of course, the reason for that is, the monthly recurring revenue and the customer lifetime value you can generate from that, as well as upsells you can throw in the mix. So it'll make your life easier if it's a monthly recurring revenue service or even product, as I said, because you can continuously build on that and gain momentum. $99 price point is not what I'd recommend. It is what I started with way back 8 years ago, but to build momentum on that, it will take you a while. You know, you could do high ticket cold outreach, you could do high ticket Facebook ads, whatever you want to do, whatever is your chosen route and method, you can do that. But I would recommend, if you can, going after monthly recurring revenue. Otherwise, your profit margin is going to be a lot trickier at the start. So that's just a little word of caution. But anyway, let's dive into it. So if we scroll down here, we'll see we've got 610 highly profitable online services. So I compiled this a while ago, but if you do want this spreadsheet, let me know. It's, I compiled this list of industries and niches you could go after, which I've found proof on, and my team has found proof on, are to be highly profitable. So it's pretty much any of these. There are loads and loads and loads. Pretty much any industry can be profitable if you know what you're doing. But yeah, if you want this spreadsheet, just let me know. Again, not asking you to buy it, but that was another preface before we dive into it. So actual mechanics of how we go about doing this. The very first step is what I like to call the profitable, if I can speak, competitor swiping spreadsheet. So that's this, and let's dive into it. So as you can see here, I am going to refer back to the book here. It's easier than looking at my notes, but yeah, this is the spreadsheet. Again, it's included. You could easily whip this up. I'm showing you all the columns, but essentially this is the first step. You've got your spreadsheet here, and it's where you're going to go off and do all of your recon. So you've got industries that you could be going after. You'll enter in the business names, domains, traffic, and all that stuff. And I'm going to show you in this video how to do all of this good stuff. So let's just go through the book. Why not? So as we go through it, the first step is kind of idea generation. Now, you could go to marketplaces like Fiverr, Upwork to just, look at industries, but you've probably got a fairly good idea of what industries you want to go after. If you don't, you've got these highly profitable niches that I've compiled for you if you're literally starting from complete guesswork and you have no idea. But you can start with any industry you want. Idea generation, I recommend just picking a few that resonate with you or you find interesting. So, maybe you have a particular interest in IT consulting. I don't, but you might. So you can go after that. Whatever you want, choose that, and then we do some keyword research. So open Google and begin searching for service providers. So nothing groundbreaking here, of course. The only thing I will mention is that if you are in a different country than the one you want to target, so for example, if you're going after the United States, the United Kingdom, Canada, Australia, but you live in Sweden, then you might want to put in a VPN because we're looking for advertising data when we're doing these Google searches. So for example, I'm currently based in Vietnam for a few months. So I would whack in a VPN, and as we do this, you'll see it might return some strange results, but let's just dive into it. So anyway, that's kind of been a very long intro. We're already at 9 minutes. But yeah, industry, and then we're going to look for businesses. So let's just choose one out of thin air. Web design agency pricing. I always like to whack in your industry. Agency would be relevant for this one, but also pricing, packages, the actual price. So maybe, $500 or whatever. So you can pull in some relevant examples. So we can do that. Web design agency, pricing, packages. This is going to allow you to see those kind of productized offers, which is relevant for kind of industries. And you're looking for ads here. So again, I'm in Vietnam, so I'm not going to see any ads. Why don't we put in something more generic? We might see some actual ads. Let me turn on my VPN and we can see some ads. All right, VPN is on. Had to go in an incognito so we can actually see something. But anyway, just for this example, we're looking for these sponsored ones. So generally, if you're looking to start a new business, you're looking for a business that is running ads generally. Doesn't have to be ads, but it's kind of the first place I look because you're looking for something you can model. And if you're finding loads of web design agencies that are relying all on organic traffic, like E9 Digital, who are really high up in the search, then unless you've got 2-3 years to build up your organic traffic, you're going to want to go after ones with ads. So anyway, more on that in the book. So we found our first competitor here, which we want to swipe. So we'll just do one for now. So anyway, we'll put in the domain here. So one thing to note is that when you click on those ads, usually the landing page URL would be different to the domain. It wasn't in this case. But this is the business we were going after, which is Clear Digital. So yeah, you'd want to put in the landing page here. In this case, it's the same, but usually the landing page would be different. It'd probably be a subdomain such as get.cleardigital.com or / something. But anyway, that's something to note because the landing page is where they're driving traffic. The domain is just where they're hosting their website, and they differ when it comes to conversion. So that's that. The next thing we want to do is go and find their website traffic. So to do that, you can use multiple tools. The one I like to use is similarweb.com. So let's search that. So you'll go into SimilarWeb. I'm going to start kind of rushing through this, by the way, as the video is getting long already. But you'll put in the domain. So just go to SimilarWeb. I have a paid account, but you can use a free one. Go to website analysis, website performance. Put in the domain, and here you're going to see the total visits and all of that good information. So it's as simple as copying and pasting. So total traffic from social media. We can scroll down. We can see all of this stuff, geography, marketing channels. Yeah, probably a lot of you are familiar with SimilarWeb. There are loads of tools, SpyFu, SEMrush, all that stuff. But the gist of it is fill out all of these columns until you have a massive list of competitors in your niche. And really what we're looking for, the biggest indicator of a business that is profitable and making a lot of money is their traffic from paid, pretty much. So if they've got a lot of traffic, what's a lot? But if they have a lot of traffic, definitely over 10K, probably looking at 50K and up to be sure. A lot of traffic from social, a lot of traffic from paid search, then that's a good business for you to later be replicating. So you'll enter in that information, the traffic from social, from PPC, pay-per-click advertising, the countries where they're advertising, it's all in SimilarWeb, bounce rate, blog page, and then we get over to Facebook ads. So cool. Now we have the business kind of traffic information from SimilarWeb. We're going to go over to the Facebook ads library. So Facebook ads library, probably a lot of you might be familiar with it. Pretty obvious. It's where you can just see all of the ads that are running for a particular business. So you can actually start here, and actually a lot of the time I will start here because you do want to find paid traffic on both Google and on social as well. But anyway, you can type in the competitor here. So it was Clear Digital. Probably there's going to be nothing here. Maybe there is. You'll find their Facebook page and look if they're running any ads. If they're not, you just record nothing and then you move on. But let's try and find some businesses. So this is, again, another method you can use for finding these profitable niches. So inside of Facebook ads, ads library here is you can enter in keywords for your particular offer. So if it's web design, we can type in certain keywords to find those competitors. So generally I like to do quotation marks. This will find the exact phrase. So we can type in web design as just a basic way to start. And you want to put in United States or wherever you're targeting, and you're generally looking for competitors here with the oldest ads. So this one, for example, Feedback Wrench, book a strategy call, blah, blah, blah. You're going to want to record this ad inside of your spreadsheet under Facebook ads, download it, upload it to Google Drive, and put a link here so you can refer back to it later. You're going to want to also check where their ads are directing. So this here would be their landing page, not a great one. It's literally just a contact us. This might be a retargeting ad, but we can look at web launch. This is their landing page. See how the domain is weblaunch.io / web design is their landing page. So this is another way you can actually start. So for this one, I would put in their landing page here and then their domain here, get rid of all this. And then we start again and we go to SimilarWeb. So we can type in another one. So cool, we typed in weblaunch.io, pretty dismal results. So I wouldn't even bother continuing at this point with this one. We're looking for ones with a lot of website traffic. So we can see from that they're not getting a lot of traffic. Maybe they're a new business. Ads aren't that bad, to be honest. But I wouldn't record that. So this is another one. Can type in the design.framer.website, looks to be looks to be an all right one. Would again go to SimilarWeb, would type it in and record it. So anyway, I'm not going to drag that out. That's the process. And I do this usually for about 50 before I even think about starting in a particular industry. So you're going to go through and you're going to look for these niches and these businesses that have replicable models that you can go in, improve, make better, make your own, make unique, whilst building on what's already working, and then scale up from there. So coming back to the book here, in this chapter, we've done our landing page recon, we've done our website traffic analysis. Again, do it for as many businesses as possible to give yourself that best base. We've done our Facebook ads recon. Then we want to dive into PPC. We've done that as well. We also want to look at their pricing. So this is going to be important when it comes back to building out your offer. So on these websites, you're going to want to look at their pricing pages. Again, not this one, it didn't have much traffic, but you're looking for their pricing tables. This is very hard to look at, but you're looking for, pricing pages. We can see here, go to their pricing, and we can take a screenshot of this and we can upload it back in our spreadsheet under pricing page. Generally, I don't do the URL because it can change. We want to see what's working from the ads exactly. So I take a screenshot, upload it to Google Drive, and then you can put the link there. Same with the blog page, not that relevant for blogs, but when it comes to content later on, same with Facebook ads and all that stuff. And yeah, pretty soon you're going to have a big list of businesses in your chosen niche, and you can see which ones are the best to be replicating and modeling, and go from there. So you can see, hopefully by now, I know this video is a bit all over the place, but you can see by now how this process is way better than just going in and saying, okay, I'm going to start a web design business. I think this might be good. Complete hope, complete guesswork, not going to work. You'll waste a load of money, waste a load of time. So instead you want to do this process of research, cut out all the guesswork, and go from there. So that's pretty much it for that chapter. In the conclusion here, I say 20 plus top competitors. Those are top competitors. So don't just compile a list and they've all got 1,000 hits a month. That's going to be useless. You're looking for those ones with big website traffic, 20, 30, 40, 50K plus is what you should be aiming for, and go from there. I'd do as many as physically possible to give yourself the best chances of success. So to summarize, Google searches to find them, look for the ads, use a VPN. Facebook ads library to find them using keywords. It doesn't have to be just web design. If you're looking for something in particular, you can go web site design and then $sign. Probably I wouldn't do an exact search there, as you might not be able to see anything, but you can, think about it and look for these ones with productized offers, which you can replicate. And I know I have gone on a lot about productized services. That's kind of my space, but you can do this just as easily for e-com, for SaaS, for anything. You just type in the relevant keywords there. So I don't know what an e-com brand might be. It might be beauty or whatever, and then $sign. You'd obviously have to be way more specific than that. Whatever niche you're operating in, just look for those particular businesses in the Facebook ads library, in Google, record them, and then go from there. I will do more videos touching on the other chapters in this book. The next phase here, if I remember correctly, let's see, we've done chapter 1, which is selecting your winning service. The next step is actually building your MVP. So you've done your research, then it goes into build phase. So I will do more videos on that, probably just turning this book into a off script, unedited video series. If you do want the book, shoot me a message. I'll probably just fire it over. If for some miracle this video gets millions of views, which I very much doubt, then I might ask you to give me a few dollars. But this isn't a plug for the book, more just a plug for providing value, helping you to also do what I've done, which is grow businesses to over $2 million a year in annual recurring revenue. So that's it for Off Script today. Any questions, leave them in the comments. If not, that's it for now. Catch you on the next one.